For Fox Sports, I'm Annabel Stephan here in San Antonio at the AT&T Center, where round 3 of the NCAA men's tournament just wrapped up. Texas kickoff inaugural game, Oklahoma State, Mississippi State. The Cowboys managed to pull off the 21-3 win. I'm standing outside the Frank Irwin Center in Austin, Texas, where tomorrow the second round of the men's NCAA basketball tournament will kick off. One of those matchups featuring your UCLA Bruins versus the Minnesota Golden Gophers. A big showdown between Alabama and Texas A&M, but the Crimson Tide was able to come out with the win 49-42. Day 2 of practice of the West team at the Semper Fidelis All-American Bowl. We've had the chance to watch the big guys battle it out in the trenches. The Lady Volunteers, one of the most popular women teams out here this morning. 85 seems to be the magical number here today, as Iowa State and Baylor are both Sweet 16 bound. Here in Waco, Texas, where number 6 Baylor just defeated number 10 Oklahoma 41-12. This morning we had the chance to hear from Vanderbilt head coach Kevin Stallings, who's in his 15th season with the Commodores. Though the coach was expecting many of his players to return this season, he suffered 3 key losses in the offseason in Johnson, Jeter, and Bright. I know that you're a pretty nice guy. I know on the field you're a little bit mean, and I'm going to put you on the spot a little bit. Let me see your game face. See, if I was USC, I would be scared right now. Kind of a tough question for you. I've never been to a commitment ceremony when someone's whipped out the bucket hat. What made you decide that it was going to be a bucket hat, not cap? Fireworks going above us. How has your experience out here at Universal Studios been? Now, you're here to talk football, but the first thing I want to address are your dance moves. That LSU Harlem Shake video, the best of the bunch. What was it like making that? A lot of crazy off-the-bat questions will be asked. Have you been preparing for that?
Yeah, I have, but they still find a way to get you.
Well, I guess we should practice right now. Your nickname amongst the Vandy offensive linemen is Bush. What is the story behind that? The one question on every person's mind is the Pirate coming to Pullman. As the rain continues to pour down, one more sleeper to mention, Kevin Dotson out of Plaquemine, Texas. How did he impress you today? We know that you're obviously one of the tallest players on the team. You can catch the ball very well, but what's something about you that Bruins fans may not know?
I dabble in a little black and white keys, little piano plans here and there.
Use it to get the ladies?
Obvi. Aside
from football, I hear that one of your other interests is Kanye West, that you're a big fan. He actually gave you the mic at a concert. What was that experience like? I'm Annabel Stephan alongside Chip Brown, here with your daily press coverage. Continuing our look at tight ends, you guys are in for a treat today. 2 tight ends in one video, MJ McFarland and Greg Daniels. Not a lot of depth behind him at the quarterback position. Who are you hoping will step up to the challenge?
Yeah, we didn't have anything at all. You would have been second-team quarterback if he came out in the spring.
You mentioned a couple of guys leaving too, unforeseen circumstances, but one of the bright spots on this team is senior Trevor Relaford, who was the player who came out here to represent the team today. With Trevor, you know, it's kind of a unique situation to be named to the All-SEC defensive team 2 years in a row, to keep coming back. What do you think that really says about him as a player? It seems like under you, the attitude in Lubbock has changed very much over the past couple of months. When you found out you're going to be inheriting this team, what was the first change that you really wanted to address? Here at Stanford Stadium, hours before the Pac-12 championship, David, a little bit wet. That's the first thing you notice. There's been a tarp on the field. How do you think that'll affect the game? One of the biggest questions surrounding the defense is the inexperience of the front 7. You created a lot of havoc for opposing Pac-12 offenses this year. How do you feel like you really grew as a player in the 2013 season? Put all the work that you have into your football career. What would it mean to you to hear your name called on draft day? There are a few Cal targets out here, including John Ross. You have Austin Hooper, Aaron Cochran. What are some things you've been seeing from these guys this week? Looking ahead past the 2013 season, are there any plans in the works for maybe bringing another neutral site game down to Texas? We just wrapped the Elite 11 here in DFW, and a lot of talent out here. But George, I want to talk about a guy who was in the Elite 11 last year, Denton Guyer quarterback, Gerard Hurt. We're actually taking a look ahead at the quarterback position for the LSU Tigers come fall. Now, been a lot of changes happening to the offense, specifically hiring a new offensive coordinator, Cam Cameron, a good friend of head coach Les Miles. How do you really see him coming in and shaping up the quarterbacks? In the past couple of years, Coach Coker has done a lot with this team. A lot of eyes on UTSA right now. 3 nationally televised big games this year. Every time a guy commits to Washington, the coaches let out a big woof. That's the Husky thing. So I'm going to ask you, you're a little bit more of a quiet guy, but can I get your first woof as a Husky? Your first official Go Frogs, your first A-clap as a Bruin, your first official Sick 'em Bears right here.
And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Sick 'em Bears.
Oh, that wasn't good. I need like the whole Sick 'em Bears.
UCLA. Go Dogs, go Dogs. Sick 'em Bears.
UCLA, fight, fight, fight.
Go Frogs.
There you guys have it right here. Sean Nixon, the latest TCU Frog. Keep it right here at Fox Sports for the latest from National Signing Day. Las Vegas, Nevada, a party town. But around here at Bishop Gorman High School, discipline is key. Running back Shaq Powell is one of the most confident players that we've met. But he backs up that swagger, both on the field and in the weight room.
I am Bishop Gorman football. I am an All-American. I'm a 3-time state champion. I will punish you. I'm playing as aggressive as I can. I'm scrapping, I'm fighting for every yard I get. I am the best stiff armer in the game. When I'm running and you coming at me, I cock my arm all the way back. Just build up all this power and just kinetic energy in here. I grab the face and I just throw them and just let all that energy go.
There's a lot more to the recruiting process than stars and stats. Sure, you may know a lot about your favorite high school athletes on the field, but Fox Sports is here to give you a closer look at these Division I prospects beyond the rankings. Quarterback Bear Fenimore out of Westwood High School has been putting in the time at CrossFit, in the gym, working in the classroom to make sure he can make an impact at the University of Houston.
Long-term goals, I would like to be known as one of the best quarterbacks at Houston. I like to be drafted in the first round and then eventually into the Hall of Fame. Those are long, lofty goals, but you know, someone has to do them, so why can't it be me? Probably the one thing that mainly sticks out to me is, you know, one of the first times I ever met or worked out with my quarterback coach, Ty Detmer. I remember everyone's like, oh, a Heisman winner's here, a Heisman winner's here. I'm like, what? And so I just found this ball like in the woods because I wanted something to get an autograph from a Heisman winner.
Did you ever put any air in the ball, or has it always been like this?
Oh, it's always been like this.
I think he was 7 years old when he started, and it was the first day of practice. Let's see, it was very hot, August, scared, 7 years old. He had to play with older boys. He was one of 2 other 7-year-olds, and he didn't want to go to practice, so he stood behind me, and I kept tugging around saying, come on, get out there. He didn't want to go, so I finally said, either you get out there or we are going home. So bless his little heart, he, you know, crying, just didn't want to go. So I said, there is no crying in football, you march out there now. So to this day, he still remembers that there's no crying in football. After every Pledge of Allegiance, you know, when they sing the national anthem, he turns around and blows me a kiss.
My parents have been wonderful, and I'm really appreciative with them. And if I had to pick any parents in the world, it would definitely be them.